Hello guys, so we're here in Miami. I came because I was going to plan the mastermind that we have in March 21st with Dre. So I took the opportunity to come and do the founder story. So we're going to be interviewing him and asking him what he does for a living and a little bit more about his story, his beginnings. So that way you as a business owner, it's really important that you always have storytelling when you talk to people, because people don't buy you for your services. They buy you because they connect with you. They could be 1,000 businesses like you. They could be millions of entrepreneurs like you, but there's only one you, one story. So get ready for this behind the scenes and interview Dre and his founder story.
Amazing, yeah, so super excited. Kate's actually gonna be speaking at our event March 21st, where we have a lot of top 8 to 9 figure entrepreneurs speaking. Will Changes Lives has done close to $50 million in info. Jay Roberts, 2.8 billion in active developments. Incredible speaker lineup across the board. I'm gonna be speaking as well. I grew my agency to $25 million in sales in about 6 to 7 years. I scaled LinkMe from 0 to a 200 million valuation. Opened up a restaurant in Miami called Luna Pasta Dolce, and now I invest in real estate, do a lot of other things, growing other companies, investing in things. So yeah, super excited to share my story with your audience.
Yeah, and can you tell us a little bit more, what is exactly that you do?
Yeah, so all my net worth to date really has come from my digital marketing agency. That's how I made all my money. Basically what I do there is I undercut other marketing agencies because I don't overcharge clients, and I get them guaranteed results with the cheapest type of marketing that you can do, which is organic marketing and also leveraging DMs in the way that we do it with just a super specialized system. So we're able to get clients leads before making them, spend money on ads, pay us an expensive media agency fee like $3,500 or $5K a month. It doesn't even go into the ads. That's a little bit about what I do on my marketing agency side, and we help absolutely any type of business, any industry, really big realtors as well. And then on the other end, co-founded LinkMe. LinkMe is a link in bio tool used by all the biggest names in the world. Essentially, we're trying to get all of them, but a huge, large portion, about 40% of the UFC, a lot of NFL, comedians, famous influencers using it. And yeah, I was able to do that all organically without paying one single influencer or celebrity that's using it. So that's another really, really cool thing. And yeah, those are like my two main, I'd say, projects that I actively work on.
You are pretty young, right? So you became a millionaire at 24, is that right?
No, younger than that. Yeah, millionaire, maybe like 20 years old.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I was always basically an entrepreneur since like 9 years old. Like I have literally posts that I have, with the dates of me selling things online at like 9 years old. So I always really cared about making my own money since day one. I was just born with that. I'm a Leo, so maybe I have like that hustle mentality. I don't know if it plays any role, but yeah, I was always a hustler, always wanted to make it for myself, be able to buy my own things. I saw a quote the other day and it was like, when your parents used to tell you like, oh, like we can't afford that or something, like I used to hear that a lot with my dad. So I always wanted to, take the initiative, make my own money. And then I was inspired to also give back to my dad and make him money. So that's why with the restaurant, I've never taken a single dollar from the restaurant. I have, my long-term equity for the future because I've invested, over $350,000 into the business for him to have his own business, not be an employee, grow into something that one day when we exit, he's going to make a ton of money from it. I'm only taking very, very little, if anything. So yeah.
Amazing. And how many businesses do you have right now? You have LinkMe, the restaurant. Can you name them for me?
Yeah, LinkMe, the restaurant, Grow With This agency, and then I'm working on another app right now as well.
Is there any reason why did you start to hustle so much? Is this because of your family, your legacy? What is exactly that inspires you other than money?
Yeah, so it was, like I said, one of the biggest reasons was my dad. I saw him struggle financially. My dad actually, like before I was born, he lived in New York. He didn't pay rent for 15 years. He lived in abandoned buildings. He would make his own electricity. So hearing all those stories, I knew I needed to hustle and I wanted to, put my dad in a better financial position. And so that's what, really my first successful business on Instagram was at 17 years old. It was a fitness company. I was selling workout meal plans and also some online e-commerce products along with it. And part of the reason why I was so determined with that business at the time, because I wanted to save enough money to open up the restaurant. And so that's what I did with my father. I worked super hard with the fitness company so I could make enough money, open the restaurant for him. Then once I did the marketing for the restaurant, the fitness company, and my personal brand, I said, I have 3 case studies. I need to do this for thousands of businesses. That's when I launched the marketing agency. And in the first year and a half, the marketing agency had already made over $1 million. Like I already knew before I even launched it that it was going to be very successful. And the reason, the tip for everyone to understand, because a lot of, factual stuff, I want to make sure people get value from this. The reason why it was such a transformation from the fitness company to the agency and how I made, millions a lot faster was because of the fact that I was selling a high ticket service, and it also included a monthly subscription as well. With the fitness company, I made a big mistake. I was just getting started in business. It was no subscription, one time, 120 bucks. So every month I had to hustle to make 5 to 10K a month, But then after, once I unlocked that strategy of high ticket and making sure monthly, my entire life changed, basically overnight, you could say.
And where are you from? Where is your family from?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your
Yeah,
background.
of course. I was born in Uruguay. Thankfully, I moved to Miami at 2 years old. And when my dad was in New York, doing all that, living by himself and stuff in, abandoned buildings and, not paying rent, there was like an amnesty from a job that came up, something that he was able to do, get a citizenship. So thankfully I became a citizen, with my family when we moved here. And my mom's also from Colombia. So my dad with that citizen was able to give, citizenship to my mom as well. And my parents got divorced when I was 2 when we moved here, unfortunately, but, still no problem because, thankfully there's a lot of peace, and they made 2 great kids. I also have another brother from the same mom and dad as well, who's 2 years older than me. He's a DJ, touring DJ. We do a lot of cool stuff together, travel when he does DJs events and stuff like that. So
yeah, I love that. So why don't we go ahead and get ready to shoot your founder story?
all right,
Ready?
sounds good.
All right, that's it. Okay, guys, so we have all the equipment. It's just the 2 of us, so that's why this is like so static, because my videographer couldn't come. So we are going to try to find a place where we can do the founder story for Dre. Ideally a studio or just his house or anywhere really. We're just trying to figure that out, and we're going to show the BTS of it.
Mic check.
Just move your body a little bit to the right. A little bit to the left. Recording.
My name is Dre Medici. I'm the CEO and founder of Grow With This Agency, co-founder of LinkMe, and also co-founder of Luna Pasta Dolce. This is my founder story.
When did you start this?
I went and I launched my marketing agency when I was, only 18 years old in 2018. In 2020, I came around LinkMe, became the co-founder of that, and scaled it from the bottom to where it's at now.
What is your biggest motivation?
Yeah, I would say my biggest motivation has probably always been to, take my dad out of that financial struggle that, I saw him, in most of my life.
We're just gonna say a finish line. This is super quick. You can say, this is my story. I cannot wait for you to be part of mine, or I cannot wait to be part of yours, or something along those lines, but it sounds like you. That's something I would say. So something that finishes like that.
This is my story. I hope this inspired you to connect with me, and I hope this inspired you, and I hope you go on to live a successful life and make the most out of this life that we're getting. So we are done recording Dre's founder story, and we're just gonna say a quick goodbye. I'm going to be back on March 21st, and again, you are invited to this mastermind. I'm going to leave the link to the tickets here in my YouTube video if you would love to attend. There is a lot of 8 to 9 figure business owners, and we would love to have you there. Okay, so what do you think about the experience? It's a great experience. Highly recommend anyone to do this. Great opportunity to get yourself out there in your business and also have additional content, which content is key because it lives on forever. So highly recommend. You're always pushing out content. You don't know how many people you can impact.
Absolutely. And where can people find you?
On Instagram, Dre Medici, DREMEDICI.
Amazing. I'm going to leave the link below. And if you would like to be part of this founder story, you can apply at kvalia.com. And I cannot wait to do your story. So bye.
My name is Dre Medici. I'm the CEO and founder of Grow With This Agency, co-founder of LinkMe, and also co-founder of Luna Pasta Dolce. This is my founder story. I started my digital marketing agency in 2018. My first Instagram business was in 2017. I took those talents and that capital, opened a restaurant, and then once I had my personal brand, 2 businesses as a case study, I went and I launched my marketing agency. In 2020, I came around LinkMe, became the co-founder of that, and scaled it from the bottom to where it's at now. My parents immigrated here from South American countries, didn't have any money when they arrived here. With my dad, I struggled with him financially, something that I constantly help him with. Have invested a ton of money in the restaurant to do so, and that was definitely my inspiration, to start being an entrepreneur super early on. My biggest motivation has probably always been to take my dad out of that financial struggle that I saw him in most of my life, and that's what I've done with the restaurant. I plan to continue doing that. I've generated multiple 8 figures with my marketing agency. I've also generated over 8 figures with the restaurant. My other inspiration is just to impact as many people's lives as I possibly can, give jobs around the world, and really just continue to do what I do, which is helping clients generate more revenue than they pay me. This is my story. I hope this inspired you to connect with me further. I hope you go on to live a successful life and make the most out of this life that we're given.